be ranking every single weapon in Fortnite Chapter 4. This chapter has been out for a little over a month now. I've used all the weapons and got a feel for which ones I love and which ones I hate. And we're going to be throwing them on a tier list today. For the tiers, we have got insane, good, okay, bad, and just garbage. Make sure before we get into things, you like and subscribe. I hope you guys enjoy this one, and let's get right into it. Starting things off, we got the Scar, which got added back this chapter and was very hyped because we haven't used the Scar in a while, but it was very underwhelming in my opinion. The spread is just insane. You can't hit a lot of beams with it, but I'll sometimes use it, so I'm going to be putting this one in okay. Next up, we got the DMR, which I loved when it came out in Chapter 3, but I pretty much just stopped using it, and now I don't use it at all in Chapter 4. I'm gonna put bad, but it's not garbage, because it works. I just don't like it. Then we got the Excalibur, which was a very cool new weapon, because it hits them and does damage, and then explodes and does damage. And when it first came out, it did 50-50, so you could immediately just one-shot someone off spawn if they haven't got shield yet. But then they nerfed it to 5 damage less, so it is 45-45, and it's alright. I don't usually take it anymore because of that nerf, actually, but I'm gonna put it in okay. Then we got the mythic version of the Excalibur, which I haven't actually used a ton because I never feel like picking it up, but I'm gonna put this in good because I'm just gonna assume it's pretty good. The grapple bow up next then, which I haven't actually used a ton as well. I'm not a big fan of all the bows. Some are good, some I will never use. And this is the one where I really never use. So I'm gonna put that in... bad. I lied, actually. We're putting that in garbage because I would way rather use the DMR than the grapple bow. Then we got the heavy shotgun, which actually got added back pretty recently, and it can do a lot of damage. I used it when it first got unvaulted, and it hits some big shots. But personally for me, it is hard to hit because it only has one shot. So it's not the best for me. I'm going to put it in okay. Actually, I'll put it in good because I use it when I don't have another shotgun and I get kills with it. But if I see another shotgun, I'm taking that one. Another bow then, the explosive bow. It's for sure better than the grapple bow, but it's still really not the greatest, at least in my opinion. I'm going to put this in bad. Next up, we got the machine pistol then, and this kind of reminds me of the TAC SMG. It just sprays super fast, and you gotta reload that clip, but it does actually do a good amount of damage. I've used it with my shotgun and then switching over to that, and it works well, so I'm gonna put this at good. Another shotgun then, we got the Maven shotgun, which I'll take over the heavy pretty much any time in the game, no matter what rarity it is, because I just cannot hit my shots with the heavy, and I can with the Maven, but this is still my second choice of a shotgun. We'll get to the first later, but I'm still gonna put this at good, and I'm actually gonna put this in the front of good though, and I'm actually gonna switch this and put this because that's how much I'll probably take it. The burst rifle now, which actually got added back last week, and this thing actually kind of beams. I haven't used it in forever, but you could hit some good shots with it. I'm gonna put this right behind probably the mythic Excalibur because you gotta take the mythic. Then the flame bow, which is actually one of the top bows for me because you can set everything on fire if you're third partying and just make that fight chaotic. Or if you're just shooting the arrows, you can hit some pretty good damage. And I would probably put this in the middle of the Scar and the Excalibur. If I see it, I'll sometimes pick it up, but it kind of just depends on I'm feeling that day. Next up, the red eye, and this is really not my favorite. I feel like I'm gonna get like some hate for this, but I don't really like it at all. It's got the red dot, but it just doesn't shoot fast enough. You can't get the beams with it. I'm gonna put it over the DMR because I think it's better than the DMR, but I'm still gonna put it in bad. The rocket launcher now, which I totally have a love-hate relationship with. I love using it and exploding stuff, especially maybe like third party and knocking out a build, you know, all that. But it seems like every time I use it, I explode myself with it and then end up losing the game. But I'm gonna put it above everything in okay, because it's really fun to use. You know, I'm gonna put it on the back of good, actually, because it's really fun to use. Then the tactical AR, which you can get in an augment with the combat shotgun, which I actually don't use that much because I usually choose not to get the augment. But I've used it, I think, twice this chapter. It shoots fast, and you got that cool scope, which makes it easier to hit your shots. I feel like it's better than the Scar, even though I haven't used it a ton. So I'm gonna put it there. I'm gonna put it okay above the Scar. The stink bow next up, which is okay. It shoots that little like stink bomb and then 5-ticks them. It's pretty good if someone's like sitting in a box and just keeps camping, but I don't really pick it up that much. I think it's a little better than the explosive bow because you can hit them like through the walls, but it's still pretty bad. Now the tactical pistol, which if you guys know me, I love this gun. It's crazy. It's a pistol, but it is just insane, especially if you get the augment upgrades, which can make it have a bigger clip, I think, and shoot or reload faster. One of the two. This thing just goes crazy. I think you guys could also tell where I'm going to place this one. It's for sure going to be insane. Top of insane. That's not moving. Then the combat shotgun we got, which is very similar to tactical AR. I haven't used it a ton. I have used it more than the tactical AR, though. It does a decent amount of damage. That long range is nice, but I probably wouldn't use it as much as the Maven just because I don't get it as much as well. I would use it more than the heavy, though, so I'm going to put it above the heavy, but behind the Maven and tactical pistol. Next up, the Shockwave bow, which this and the flame bow are for sure my favorite bows. I love using the Shockwave bow just to like get around, and it could still hit some good shots, but more about just like jumping around the map. I'm going to put it at good over the rocket launcher and burst. The dub shotgun now, which is not the greatest in my opinion. I used it for that glitch to fly into the sky, and then when I tried to kill the enemy with the shotgun, it just doesn't do good amount of damage, and then it keeps launching me back, and it just makes things chaotic. I'm gonna put it at garbage still, but we'll put it above the grapple bow because the glitch was so fun. Or it's not even like a glitch, it's pretty much just like a meme strategy. Next up, the thunder shotgun, which is my favorite shotgun. I always pair it with the pistol, and everything just goes great when I have the thunder shotgun. Sometimes it just doesn't do enough damage, I feel like a shotgun should. But in this chapter, it is for sure the best shotgun, in my opinion. I'm gonna put this at good at the top. I don't think it deserves insane, though, because it's not like a good... Compared to shotguns, it's not like crazy good, but compared to everything in this chapter, I would say it's good. And it's at the top of good. Next up, we got the Twin Mag SMG. I've seen people go crazy with this and hit some crazy beams, but personally, I don't use it a ton. I would rather just have the normal pistol as my SMG, and that works great. But I would put it at good for what I've seen, and I have used it a little bit, and it is pretty good. I would probably put it over the combat, but behind the machine pistol, because I always end up using the machine pistol more than the Twin Mag SMG. Then the unstable bow, and I feel that you guys can like guess where I'm gonna put this. Why do I want a bow that just changes every time? The bows are already bad, and now you're just making it random where I don't even know what's gonna happen. We're putting this at garbage, and it is gonna be the last thing. And now we're down to the final two, which is the Shockwave Hammer and the Mythic Shockwave Hammer. And I think these two are the craziest like weapons added this chapter. Not saying them like level-wise, like insane or garbage, but just like bouncing around the map and then slamming a hammer on someone. It's kind of wild. Some people hate them. I personally love them. For these, I'm going to actually put the normal Shockwave Hammer in insane, because I'm always going to take that. And I'm going to put the Mythic Shockwave Hammer in insane, but above the normal Shockwave Hammer. That feels so wrong to do, but it's legit what I think. The normal Shockwave Hammer is already insane, and then you get a mythic one. But I still got the pistol at top because I love the pistol. And with that, we got our completed tier list. Let me know what you think about this in the comments. Do I have some awful opinions, and would you change like everything? Or is everything perfect? Make sure to leave those comments down below, and I'll be going through them. If you guys did enjoy this video, make sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already, and check out all our socials in the description. Also, I'm live on Twitch every day of the week besides Sunday at 3 p.m. Central Time, so if you ever want to come out live, I would really appreciate it. And lastly, make sure you're using code NOWWEETH in the Fortnite shop. I love you all. I'll see y'all next time. I hope you have a good rest of your day or night, and goodbye.